Hey guys, this is Josh with Anytime Fitness, Muscle Shoals, Alabama. I wanted to bring you guys our second episode on reading nutrition labels and how to get the most out of them. I want to jump right in with you guys and get it to it quickly. So we're going to do our session on calories today. I'm going to bring something up front to show you. Sometimes it's going to be printed on the front of the box as an advertisement. Most of the time, you're going to find it right here in your nutrition facts. Big bold letters, calories. Now this is a meal and it has 170 calories. Always check from our first video the serving size. We've got one serving size, so that number stays the same at 170. Now where does that number come from? It comes from our three macronutrient sources: total fat, total carbohydrate, and total protein. Okay, well how do we get that number though? Okay, well you look over here to the side. Fat has 9 calories per gram, and there are 3 grams in this meal. So 9 times 3, we've got 27 calories from fat. Now, they used to stick that number up here beside the calories, but they don't do that anymore because they found out that that number is not nearly as useful as we thought it was. All right. Total carbohydrate is 18 grams. Carbohydrates carry a value of 4 calories per gram. So 18 times 4 is 72. So we have 72 calories of carbohydrate. All right, protein down here is 17 grams in this meal. Protein also carries a value of 4 calories per gram. 17 times 4 is 68. Add all three of those numbers up, and you get 167. Now that's close to the 170. Turns out this 170, like on many products, is an estimate. And that is actually allowed by the FDA to be about 20% off in either direction. So this box could have as many as 140 calories or as many as 200 calories. We really don't know for sure. It is an estimate, so keep that in mind. Okay? So, when I'm shopping for meals and doing my grocery shopping, if I was going to buy a complete meal like this, I always recommend balance. But something I want to talk to you guys about is when you're out grocery shopping for ingredients or snacks, I want you to look for what I would call singular dominant macronutrient foods. Okay, whoa, big mouthful, right? What I mean by that is I want you to get your calories predominantly from one source of those big three, all right? And we're going to get into the big three really, really deep next week on our macronutrient profile when we talk about all three of these in detail, what you want from each one of them, all right? But today I just want to go over some products with you and show you what I mean by being singular dominant, all right? Right here is a packet of pink salmon. Now, this is something somebody might eat as a snack, or people can take it and put it in meals, all right? So when I say something is singular dominant, you'll note 70 calories. We swing it around to the back. 70 calories. Okay, well, where do they come from? Well, what about fat? Well, there's only 1 gram of fat, and that's only 9 calories. There's barely any carbohydrate, so that's not really going to give us much. The protein, however, is 15 grams. So, when you look at the protein being 15, you got to do that times 4 is 60. 60 of the 70 calories come from protein. This is a protein-dominant food source. Okay, that's where all the calories come from. All right, we'll go to one right here. Coconut oil. All right, coconut oil is a fat-dominant food source. So that's where all the calories are coming from. They're coming from fat. So if you get right up in here and look, if I try to get it where you can see it, there's almost none, actually, in this food. There are no calories coming from carbohydrate or from protein. All of the calories are coming from fat. All right? So 14 grams at 9 is 120 calories. Every bit of it comes from fat. All right? What about some good old carbohydrate-dominant foods? Instant white rice. Let's flip that around and look at it. All right? You're looking at it here. We've got 4 grams of protein. That's minimal. No fat at all, and 38 grams of carbohydrate. This is a carbohydrate-dominated calorie source, okay? Almost all of your calories are coming from carbohydrates, all right? So, I would not recommend you eat a meal made completely of that, But when you are making meals, it is very beneficial to know if I add this ingredient, it adds strictly carbohydrates, strictly protein, or strictly fat. Okay, so when you're shopping, look for ingredients that have singular dominance in their calories. Now, something else I want to talk to you about. I always like to kind of bust up myths, all right? So I'm looking at this. This is a protein bar, right? Chocolate chip cookie dough protein bar. Well, that's got to be, look at that, 28 grams of protein. So that's, oh, it's a protein dominant calorie source, right? Right? Let's look at this a little closer. Look right down here under the labeling. Chocolate chip cookie dough meal replacement bar. Okay, well that's a little different. So let's flip that around. We've got 360 calories, of which 5 of them come from fat. 5 grams times 9, 45 calories are from fat. Okay, so we got a little bit of fat in there. What else we got in there? 52 grams of carbohydrate. Okay, here we go. 52 times 4 is 204. So of those 360, 204 are carbohydrate. Okay. 28 grams of protein. Well, that times 4 is 112. So really, this food is actually much more carbohydrate dominant. Now, we have balance, so it does mimic our beginning product, the meal. And that's what it's meant to do. It's a meal replacement bar. All right? So just because something has a stigma of being a protein bar does not mean that it is a protein dominant calorie source. Okay? Now we're going to get into that a lot deeper when we go into our macronutrient profile next week. But I just wanted to share with y'all a little bit about what you're looking for when you see calories on a container, what it means, where it comes from, and really want to get to you guys a little bit of a point of how to really read these things.